They could go and pick up a cake from where? Walmart?
Well, go.
Go and pick up the cake. Go and pick up the cake
If
and
you know,
stack it on
if you
top
know
of
that
each other.
only time, why inconvenience somebody that needs to take a flight to come to go to Walmart?
A friend of mine just, brought a page to my attention.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, let
A
me...
page from where?
on Facebook.
I saw a page on Facebook this week as well.
Is it the same page?
Let's find out. You tell me.
Is this your man?
Yes.
From the time you had to put your man on a page,
I find it shouldn't be with the man.
that's not your man. That is not your man.
Did you see some of these stories?
I'm going to read one here.
Okay.
We met around January this year. He claimed he's single, but I can only call him during the day. But people say he likes to horn.
But you could only call him during the day?
And you have a whole picture of the man.
She can't call him during the day?
No, she could only call him during the day.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Why even bother to put her up here on social media? You're in denial, sis. That's denial.
From the time you have to put the guys up on this page.
I mean, I found the page the song, if you're entertaining it, good for entertainment. But as you say, if it is you feel the need that you should, that means that there's a problem. And yeah. 6 women allegedly engaged to this man. How? And you know that?
How?
You see the done?
How? How you have time to get engaged to 6 women?
It's which ring? Engagement ring's not cheap, I saw one. I saw one with this man. I think he's from Tabakit, and they was wondering the person he was in a Laurel ensemble. He was dressed in an ensemble, like a colorful. It's not my cup of tea and style. And the person was saying that they want to know if anybody with him should dating this person or whatever.
Right.
And in my head, I was like, before I went to the comments, I was like, sis, you alone want him. And when I went in the comments,
That's what people say. Exactly that.
a girl said it exactly how
But find it.
Let me see if I can find it.
But you know what I keep thinking about? Like the men who actually horning right now, they're probably shaking right now because they're just waiting to see if their picture come up.
I don't necessarily think they're shaking enough. I think the narcissist in them might come out. And really and truly, it may have some people who saying, why you putting my picture somewhere?
This person said this man is about to get married. I just want to know if he's entertaining any other woman. Why are we getting married if we have his picture up here? He's supposed to be sure, girl.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I saw this page last night, so I give my little time to scroll.
This one say currently dating, but in my gut telling me this person say currently dating, but in my gut it's telling me he's effing around.
Like they take down some of the things.
Okay. This one, I can understand this one. Hello, I met this guy on a dating app. He seems like a really nice guy. Too nice. Does he belong to anyone? I can understand how fair, because like most of the time, for me, like if I have to date anybody, I feel as though I want to date somebody who have references. Like, well, not references, but like, I don't necessarily need to meet people who he dated, but like friends of friends. Like, I want to know. Next thing you just meet a random person off a dating app. You don't know this person from nowhere. He could be a killer for all you know.
I saw one last night that said he's single and pursuing me heavily. He wants to come and stay with me, but I'm afraid. He's
that
only
the
with me
doctor?
for materialistic things and not genuinely into me because he's pushing marriage and kids too soon. We only met 2 months now, and she's a doctor. I'm a doctor. I'm well established and have everything, and I have only been with him once. Been by him once. And not even inside. What do I do? Sis, honestly, I read that and it's the Dan looking like he just wants a home.
Yeah.
Sounds like he just wants a shelter, you know, a stable shelter. guys, is it like I remember you said that, like some months ago Laurel did say the dating pool has pee in it, and I agree, but at this point it have pee and it have shit because
he look cute though. Let me read up
I
going
don't
on
find
here.
so.
Well, you need to go and check out this page
And
make sure you look out for all the sisters.
is the new trending thing here.
Yeah.
Get it.
I scrolling down now
I
because
safe. I know I safe.
I save too.
Hey,
I nearly say
you read the story on that one?
no.
I thought it was sheep.
Me too. Me too. At first, I was like, eh. Been with him for the past 6 months, but I don't know if it's only me. He just reply to my messages and takes my calls for a whole day. What? What did I just read? Been with him for the past 6 months, but I don't know if it's only me. He does not reply to my messages or takes my calls for a whole day. A whole day. A whole day. She want to emphasize that it's a whole day. So wait, all together. But then he don't reply to your messages and then he don't take your calls.
Girl, hear this right. We've been like, okay, let me talk for myself. I've been there before where I so want to hold on to a relationship just for the sake of being in a relationship. Now it mightn't be everybody's truth. Some people mightn't want to admit it, but girl, sometimes this no, girl, yes, and you probably you just know in your gut. Now you might be in a relationship with him, yes, or they might have established that all in a relationship, but is he in a relationship with you anymore?
Well, clearly not, because he's not answering her calls.
Answering your calls. Sis, he not answering your calls.
Sometimes men does really.
Sis, yeah, they just do that.
Do they most,
Yeah, they do. But I think it's high time we women need to not be in denial anymore. Yeah.
Just tell the girl that you're not interested.
Yeah, they just using some of our fellow women to stroke their ego, and that is not what we're here for. We're looking for, some of us are real lover girls, you know. We might be hard on the exterior, but we love, you know. So don't let nobody take and eat where that, no, because who replenishing you emotionally? No. Save yourself, sister girl. If it have clear signs that it is too much mentally and physically, that's taken away from you, hey.
I have a question. So, like, if you have been on Tinder, do you have to delete your profile, or do you have to, like, how will you just know if you're active on Tinder?
I don't know.
Because this one, we have been together since April last year. I have suspicions that he has other women. Someone told me they saw him on Tinder. Just need to confirm. So, is it that Tinder, let's say that the person is currently active.
I'm not sure what it is.
Next thing, he had an old account and the same not picking up for the guy. I just want to
yeah,
know.
but if you had an account and you're in a relationship now, I would
should
think
delete it?
you should come off.
Yeah, but how do you have to go and say actually deactivate it? Or you just delete the app and don't go back on?
I don't know.
I don't
I think
know.
you should come off. From what I've heard, you can come off because I've heard people say that I've heard someone say that people came and told them that the boyfriend was on Tinder. So,
What uncle doing here? Uncle not supposed to be here.
you read Uncle message? I read that last night.
What is a village ram? What is a village ram?
The village
Currently
person
pursuing
who
this
would go
man,
around.
but he calls
He
himself.
calls it self-proclaimed the village ram.
He calls himself the village ram of the area. How should I deal with this? Leave him alone.
If only see the village ram, eh?
Leave him alone.
If only see the village ram.
Leave
Only need to go on the
him
page and see the village ram. 'Cause
alone.
I ain't putting up village ram here on the video first.
What is this?
Again, a lot of these people, I'm like, why? Why?
Well, they're coming off.
If all they want to go and check it out, the name of the page is, what's the name of the page?
Is this your man?
TT and Caribbean, I think.
Yes.
Right? So let's go and check out the page on Facebook. Yeah, be entertained. Welcome back to the episode 34. Hope y'all had an amazing week. Hope y'all going good. We are back. I'm Sherain.
And I'm Laurel.
And we already started the episode with, entertainment.
Laurel Entertainment.
Ooh, but we have more for you guys. We're starting off strong with an am I. Am I the asshole for sending a price sheet to my family after not being invited to my half-sister's wedding? Let's get straight to the point. I, 22 female, am a full-time baker for a small business at college. I moved back to my home in September 2023, mostly to get away from my toxic family and for better opportunities. Also, to add why this is even an issue in the first place, my brother G, 25, and I are the black sheep of the family. Mostly due to the fact that we were born and mostly raised outside of the marriage. Okay. The teasing and neglect only grew worse after our mother, 44 male, married Jerkfish, 54 male, and had half siblings who are 22 female, 17 male, 16 male, and 11 male. Now here's the dilemma. My half sister, who we will call Jojo, is getting married to Rit in July. My mom and grandma asked that I make a wedding cake, which I would have happily agreed to if I was invited to the wedding. The thing is, they wanted me to make a cake to fit 200 people, get a hotel near them. They hate that I'm not Christian, so they think I'll bring evil into their house. Also, they don't want it to stay there. They want it to stay in a hotel. Okay. Work for 3 days and get a flight there and back. I'd have to pay for all of it. They think it'll be nice. It'll be a nice gift for my sister. I just laughed and sent them my price sheet. They flipped out. I was bombarded with texts from them both about how selfish I am, how I'm truly a vile person, how I am a toxic person for expecting my family to pay for a cake when they could just go to Walmart and get one.
I'll do that. Shit.
Jojo even messaged me on Discord a week after I had sent the price sheet and asked why would I charge her when I made my best friend a free cake for her wedding. I simply told her to F off, as not only was I not invited to her wedding, but I was not the maid of honor, and in a way it was a return in favor for being genuinely a good friend and helping out when I was going through a lot. Jay and his wife had said I'm not wrong for it. Her brother says she is not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So she wants to know, is she the asshole for sending?
Hell no.
No, girl.
Hell no.
No, girl.
Like, I wonder if the brother was invited though. Or if it's just who.
I don't know.
You're not invited and then they're demanding so much of you. Your time, ingredients, the expense.
You want her to fly from wherever she is to come. You're not even accommodating her at the family home because she's not Christian and she'll bring evil into the house. So she has out of her pocket, pay for living expenses, a hotel for 3 days, on top of baking you a freaking cake.
And then they have the audacity to question why she is giving them a price sheet. That's ridiculous. Girl.
For a wedding that you're not even invited to.
That's disrespectful.
To the highest degree. Are you all insane?
Beyond toxic, you know. Beyond toxic. It's sad that even the mother is her biological mother. Like, you're supposed to be one to be like, you can't treat my daughter like this. Especially your first set of children. Hell no.
I disagree. I see it that, some parents enable that kind of shit.
That is
in terms
madness.
Of what they find should, like, yes, you would hope, right? You would hope that that's not the case, but I've seen a lot of parents having different relationships with different children of their own, mothers as well, mothers mainly, let me say that, mothers mainly, and
Can't see.
they show favor or try to say, make it out in a way that this is your sibling, and they just use that as this is your family and you should do something like that for them or whatnot. But you're not even seeing like the toxic ways that somebody else has on you. It's sick. It's a toxic way of thinking entirely. Entirely. No, you're not the asshole.
I think she made a very good decision of moving away. I feel as though they should lose her number. Don't talk to her again. Just don't talk to her again. Because I don't know what y'all could do at this stage. Because even if y'all invite her, it's not going to make sense. It's an afterthought.
Why would she even want to attend?
Exactly. Late invitation is for dogs.
Dogs.
Girl, you're not the asshole. I don't think anybody out here will come and say that you are.
No, you're not. And as a matter of fact, I'd bump up the price. Triple.
They should be paying for her flight, her hotel stay.
Inconvenience.
Yes.
A toxic behavior that she has to endure from all you.
Yes.
As a different expense.
Yes.
And all your audacity.
Yes. All that.
And you still didn't want to pay. So you shouldn't even have my number. I'd change my number after that. No, they're not be able to get in contact with me now.
Yeah. What decision it was to not invite her. Like, all of this going through my mind because nobody saying...
So what I'm saying is, she too evil to stay in your house, but she not evil enough to make all a cake?
Exactly.
What brain cells all they using? All they left to?
And then say, they could go and pick up a cake from where? Walmart?
Well, go.
Go and pick up the cake. Go and pick up the cake
If
and
you know,
stack it on
if you
top
know
of
that
each other.
only time, why inconvenience somebody that needs to take a flight to come to them go to Walmart? We hell.
They don't want that expense. It's 200 people.
No, well, it didn't seem like if it was going to be a big deal. So go and go by Walmart.
Boat is a nice gift. To who?
People really have no kind of shame, nah?
Oh boy. Anyway, we're moving right along to a story. I'm 24-year-old female and my boyfriend is 31. My boyfriend went to a meeting for a job 3 days ago and hasn't come back since. Is it fair if I pack his things and send them to him? So my boyfriend, who I have been dating for 1.5 years and who has only worked for 2 months out of that time, left the other day for a job opportunity. This opportunity came from a friend of his who I know has a history of ghosting him after doing work without paying him. But he went anyway. So he disappears for the whole night, basically until 2 a.m. Then texts me that he's done acid with his friend and he stayed at his house after that. Acid is a drug, right?
Yeah.
So then he texts me for a while, BHT, so that be home tomorrow. He doesn't come home the next day and disappears again. Then today he texts me that he's going to come back in an hour and a half, but never shows up, even though I ordered food for him. He was also supposed to come home to have dinner the night he did not show up, and he did not come back then either. So is it wrong of me to send him his clothes and stuff and move on with my life?
That acid drug, from what I've seen,
I've never heard about acid.
Very addictive and very, very deadly. So honey,
is he even alive?
Time. Well, I don't know. That's the next question. Is he even alive? Is he the one really sending you the text?
Yeah, like I started go into this kind of show. What show was that?
Law and Order.
Not Law and Order. This show with you, where like he'll be texting from the people's phones for a while.
Oh. Well, all that, is it even him texting? Even if that's the case and he did acid, is it the first time? If it is the first time, he is possibly now addicted to this thing. He is now an addict.
And out of the 1.5 years of being together, he only worked 2 months. Now, I know things are hard out there, but if you go on a job interview and then decide to do drugs, clearly you are not thinking clearly.
I don't know now.
I agree.
I don't know.
I agree. I don't know if necessary. She should. Where you sending this stuff? Where you sending this stuff to?
Yeah, the next thing. Where you sending this stuff to?
Because clearly he's living with you.
When he come back to you, you don't even know if you would recognize this person who left 3 days ago. He might be totally unrecognizable the way how he appears, his appearance.
So
and
is
everything.
it that he just keep passing out and getting up? What's happening? What is happening? You've been supporting somebody who's on drugs? That's unfair. That's unfair.
You know, when I love somebody, you just do things for them, right?
Very, very true.
But
I think drugs is
honestly
where I
think-
cross the line, though. That's a no-no for me.
no, it's definitely a no-no because it is so, it is such a, oh,
Drug abuse is
it's like now you're stuck in a cycle with addict, and now it's, to me, it's like you are now in the cycle with them, although you're not. Your life now becomes on trying to get them off. That, yeah.
And the sad thing is, she's 24 and he's 31, and you would think he would be mature enough. Mature enough.
Girl, me anyway, you send the clothes now. But send it.
He's going to come right back there anyway. As soon as he
With
catch
his
himself,
acid.
he's going to come
And don't
right
let
back.
him inveigle you and take no acid either.
Well, she seems very together with that aspect. I don't think that she would.
Alright. There are plenty of them that does think so, and then they, yeah. From shows I've watched. No, I watched too much shows.
But that is sad though.
It really is sad. When they started it, I was like, 3 days, girl, leave. I thought there was no contact until they continue reading. Yeah. So, am I the asshole for kissing my girl best friend in front of my boyfriend just to prove a point?
A girl best friend in front of her boyfriend? Keep proceed.
My boyfriend believes all girls are bisexual. He started acting weird recently because I spent a lot of time with my bestie. He told me he was jealous and showed me a study where it is shown that 90% of girls are actually bi.
90%?
I told him that was not true, that he is just being goofy. Next day, my boyfriend, my bestie, and me went out for a couple of drinks, and again he started acting jealous. I asked him what is the problem, and his reply was, "Why don't you kiss her then?" I said, "What?" And he said, "Only way I would know you are not lying to me and only love me is if you kiss her right now and tell me how you feel after the kiss." So I did it, and I told him nothing. I will never be with her. I'm not bi. I only like you, and I tried to hug him. But he just left, blocked me on all socials, and that was that. Am I the asshole?
He don't. So, was it a test? That was a test that he was trying to see if she would really kiss her. How old is this child? Because
Don't give age. Don't give age. The question is, am I the asshole for kissing my best friend in front of my boyfriend
well, that was
to prove the
stupid
point?
because I
And
didn't
my
think he
answer is yes.
necessarily had to prove that point.
Yeah.
I feel as though that was his test.
Yeah.
Um,
I think you will. I think you will, honestly. And I think you will in the were the asshole in the fact that you had to stand up for yourself, because nobody could push me to do something that I don't want to do. If that's the case. I don't care if it's a boyfriend, if it's to save our marriage. If you ain't understanding the words that are coming out of my mouth, that is a you issue in terms of that. No. Not to satisfy your need. If you wanted an out of the relationship, take you out. Don't look for somebody else to ride the back, so you could have something to make it out as though you weren't the issue. It was your girl. Because that's the case here.
that was a very stupid way to prove her point.
So, yeah. Absolutely ridiculous.
And he left. He left you. What did you think would happen afterwards? You could be like, oh, well, I don't feel anyhow. And then he's like, okay, well, good. I'm glad.
That was stupid.
I don't know. I don't know how to even start talking about this. Like, Cassie and Diddy guys. Like, How did y'all feel when everything came out? How everything unfold? Like seeing
I
him
felt-
stomped on her, drag her back to the room, and to just think after that, after he closed the door, how much more licks she probably get behind those closed doors.
I felt highly disgusted, mainly because when the whole lawsuit came out, there were a lot, and I tell you, a lot of women, because males is one thing, they are a species of their own, but a lot of women in comments of people who cover the story on social media stating that, why now she coming to talk about this and she only come to talk about this for money and she getting money. And as a fan of Cassie, you following Cassie from since you know her to what she was by the time she got with Diddy, during Diddy, it was a different person. Like her, that sparkle that she had in her eyes, it was no more. Like it was dimmed that much. And if you were a fan of her, you would have seen it throughout the years, right? Even to the part where she cut her hair, that was so weird. Like, it's one thing to be edgy or whatnot. Like, I honestly would have seen it more with Madonna. I'd be like, oh, she cut her hair, oh, because that's her personality, like she more like will do different things. She more outgoing in terms of her style. She more edgy. But I'm not saying that Cassie can't be edgy, but that level of edge wasn't necessarily what we knew Cassie to be.
Yeah, it was very random.
It was very, very random. And after the lawsuit came out, I was like, oh, this makes more sense. And I want to ask those women, like, what do you have to say now? Because
they're gonna find some way to twist it,
which is so sad that is actually a fact. Oh my God. Well, what King Combs has to say now after he come out and make this track for 50 cents out of all people?
Well, I see 50 having a field day with it.
Well, of course, 50 will be 50. I love me some 50. When 50 on a roll, I shall be tearing because it's very entertaining. It's very, very entertaining. But we have to say,
so, and like all the allegations that's been coming up after Cassie, like,
there's
like,
truth to it. There's so many people. It's been years that people have been speaking
so
about
much
Diddy. Everybody cannot be
abuse.
wrong. Everybody cannot be wrong.
And you know what I was kind of disturbed about? The fact that he was able to pay the hotel to get the tapes.
Yeah, and I find, honestly, they should be charged as well.
You're serious?
They should be charged as well. And the sad part is you have two beautiful daughters. Twins. A twin. You really think that...
Not only that, all the children, everybody who's looking up to him.
Yeah.
The boys, you're training them to be just like you.
Just like you. Just like you. But what I'm saying is this how you would like those two girls to be treated by a man, or worse? Because let me be honest, the sins of a parent really does sometimes fall really hard on the kids.
Facts.
He's just evil. Evil.
And I sure it didn't only. I'm starting to wonder,
I'm
like,
sure that's not the
what
only time.
like Jennifer Lopez went through, like, with him. I'm just going back in time, like. Anyway, now I feel more people be compelled
Anyways, as my
to
boy Kat said, this is the year of everything
coming to light.
coming to light with these people. So, hey, I'm sure we would see because it's
I'm
like
just happy
every
that
Monday
Cassie was
morning.
able to get out of this situation alive, because a lot of people do not get out
Yeah.
alive in these situations. So I'm happy that she did, and she moved on, and she's happy. And
I'm so happy for her, like in her relationship. Like, I think even more so now. Like, I always was happy that she moved on, and I like this guy for her. He seems like he really, really loves her, caters to her needs emotionally and everything. But now it's like, damn, I really, really appreciate that there was somebody out there for her. There was somebody who's seeking her best interest and holding her down. Like, Alex is his name, right?
yeah.
Alex, big up to you, boy. Big up to you.
So I want to share this video with you. Let me turn up my volume.
In order for a woman here to get married, she must cut off her own fingers as a dowry for the groom. It's a custom of the Lada tribe in Indonesia. Every woman must go through this process before getting married. If a woman wants a divorce, she has to cut off her own legs. This woman, because of enduring domestic violence from her husband for a long time, decided to divorce him. Her husband, upon her request for divorce, fetched a kitchen knife. If she wanted a divorce, she had to cut off her own legs. But the woman didn't hesitate at all. Just one swift chop, without any anesthesia. Each cut was excruciatingly painful, but she managed to endure it with sheer willpower. After the leg was chopped off, it immediately started bleeding profusely. But the woman just tied it tightly with a rope and went to the mountains to find herbs to wrap it. If she died during the process, she would be buried directly. The man could then remarry. Although the process was agonizing, she persevered. Later, she met a good husband who didn't mind her disability. He even prohibited her from doing farm work and preserved her amputated foot in the kitchen, drying it over a fire, to be buried together after her death. This woman only wanted to get married, so she had to cut off 4 of her fingers as a dowry for the man. If she didn't do this, she would never be married and would be looked down upon. In their eyes, women in the tribe needed to be brave enough to give their fingers to show their determination to love their men, gaining respect from everyone in the village.
So yeah. On the bright side, she found happiness afterwards. That's the silver lining I got there.
I have a question. Do you love anybody that much?
Yeah.
Do you love anybody that much?
I like my hands. I like my fingers.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think I could do it.
Who came up with this brilliant idea? Because it sounds like a man.
That's what I'm saying. It definitely have to be a man. No woman gonna be like, but cut off my
off your
hand
hand,
to
huh?
prove that I love you. I'm not doing it. I couldn't do it. And then I find
that's this thing,
so
though.
he abusing her. He abusing
Why
her.
he could not cut off his
and
hands?
then she have to cut off her feet
I'm making my clock.
to divorce him. But at the end of the day,
Both of you would have to be limb listener. Because right after you ought to do me.
at the end of the day, I'm gonna show respect to their culture. The only part that I cannot understand is why she have to cut off her foot. She done profess her love by cutting off her
I
fingers.
don't even understand that.
She professed her love by cutting off her fingers. Now she had to, so by the time she done, she just
No limbs?
no limbs. So she had to marry again. She had to cut off her next set of fingers. Yeah. What he getting to cut off? I want him to cut off something.
Fine, he should cut off his 5th leg. His 3rd leg, sorry. Oh, let me
We get fifth.
they get fifth from. He should cut off his third leg.
That's wow. That is a lot. Let us know that if you're willing to do this out there.
Yeah, you're willing? No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not willing at all.
I like my fingers.
I like all my limbs. All.
And why I feel as though like why in most cultures I feel as though
Something extreme.
and women are the ones who have to do the sacrificing.
Yeah.
Moving
Your
along.
limbs is your. Kudos to you women. If that is what strength is, I am soft. I'm a proud soft girl. Anyway, as the weekend quickly approaches, we're back again with another week to give y'all some good TV show recommendations. Hope you all enjoyed the ones that were given last week. I was really busy this week. I covered a lot of shows. So let's get into the first one. If you're into thrillers, and again, crime drama, stay close on Netflix is a good watch. Don't sleep on UK series because they are top tier. A woman is forced to change her identity due to a stalker, but 17 years later, her past haunts her again when someone goes missing who connects everything to her past. How were they connected? Has her stalker returned? Has her stalker found her? You'll have to watch the show and find out. I'll have to watch a show. Under the Bridge, which is a Hulu limited series based on a true story. When a teenage girl leaves home to attend what she thinks is a party but goes missing and is later found unalived. This series was so infuriating, honestly, after watching it, especially knowing that it is a true story. It really is sad to see the lengths that, some teenage girls just go to just to, like, fit in. And in this case, it's led to her being unalived. The show follows a detective and a writer who tries to solve this case. It's definitely an eye-opening, gut-wrenching, and heartbreaking show, and it definitely is worth the watch. The Ultimatum... We'll leave that one for last because we both finished that. Bridgerton Part 1. I don't even think I need to tell you why or I need to watch this, but there's a trending audio that's going around right now. And I want to make my own trending audio with this. Because Shonda and Netflix, we need you to make haste. Right?
I didn't watch it yet, guys. I can't deal with that 4 parts and then next month. No.
You must make haste.
I want to see everything at once.
Hope she hears. I hope they hear. Because Shonda, right? I don't understand how you could just deliver perfection. You know how much people, you know how much a woman.
She liked the build up. She love it.
Girl, the build up was in the year when Oli was on the strike. We already had the build up. Hurry up and break part 2. And this 8 episodes thing that people coming out with now, I can't stomach. This is 8 episodes thing. I love that y'all dropping all the episodes one time, but you see this 8, it just leaves me,
wanting more.
Yeah, wanting more. You can't be creating good TV like this, leaving people salvating at the mouth and only giving them 4 episodes and then letting me to a month. Well, it's sick. Hurry up. Mary and George. I literally just finished watching that probably about 2 hours before we started filming. This is, Mary and George. British royals, they really, really have drama. So this one is where Countess Mary molded her son George to seduce King James so that her family will gain more titles, influence in England, and of course make them richer. Let me just tell you something. George was a hoe. George was a hoe. He was a slut. He was a slut. Only don't watch that show anywhere else but home. It is very explicit. It is very explicit. Everything. It's explicit. But that's a Stars original. Yeah, it's also a limited series. 7 episodes long. Good watch.
Mary and George.
And then the ultimatum.
Noted.
And then the ultimatum, South Africa. Olha, that is reality TV.
It was drama.
That was
On top of drama, on top of drama.
Laurel told me about it, yeah. I saw it on Netflix and I was like, oh, okay. But Laurel told me she watched it and she finished it out. If you know Laurel might take a few days to watch a show.
Facts.
She say, let me say this. A normal person like Laurel would take a few days to finish a show. An addict like me might take a night. Right? But when I heard she say she finished,
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
It's
okay.
a good watch.
It's a good watch. Okay. Because I wasn't really that fancy about the last ultimatum. I was like, but this?
Whew, you all need to take it in.
All I need to take it in. When I take it in, let us know in the comments and we come and talk about it. But what I will say is, you see that Kanye?
She need therapy.
She need real therapy. And honestly, I wasn't a fan of Scissor either. She's annoying to me.
Agreed. Like, what are you laughing at?
When they did the meetup, when they had to do the rematch, and what is her name? The T girl name, I can't remember. She told Kanye, well, go and check Caesar, and Kanye was like, why would I? I don't even know if she was laughing or crying. And honestly, I didn't know either.
No, I knew she was crying. But they weren't close to get off your seat to go and check on her. I didn't expect her, knowing her personality, to get up and check on her.
My gosh.
But did you? And I don't want to sell it out, but when
If I
she
finished?
No, I don't want to sell it out to the audience.
Oh yeah, you only need
But
to watch.
when she went and sat down with Kenya, and she was only laughing, like Kenya was like, "Get out," and she's laughing.
Yeah.
I was like, "Why are you laughing like this? This girl is going to beat your ass." She's like, but you realize when she returned to
It was a cry.
when she returned back to her partner, I find it laughing kind of.
It had stopped.
Yeah.
Ole, I need Ole to go and watch this show. We're giving Ole a week. And then we'll come
Hurry up,
and
hurry up.
dissect. Because
The
we
reunion
really
is
want
in
to-
June.
Yeah, it's in June. So we're giving Ole a week to catch up to where we are. Because we really want to talk about these couples. Right? So give it a watch. That's all the homework.
And what? Mary and George and all the other lists.
Well, this week, just like last week, it's packed with limited series. So I think a day show will be good. You know, the most is 8 episodes of a season. 10 maybe, but no, I think I could finish in a day. You know. Anyway, we'll see y'all next week.
This episode fly.
This episode really finished quickly.
Yeah.
It did. We'll see y'all next week.
All right, bye.
Bye, y'all.